Alrighty. Let's get a rockin' and a rollin'. Mobile dashboard. Let's pull that up. Oh, excuse me. Starting off the stream strong, I suppose. 1 viewers. Is the 1 viewers me? Hang on 1 second. There we go. Sorry about that, folks. I'm a bit picky about how I stream. I need different... Hello! It is you. You are here. Hello! You can see my new interface. How do you like my new interface? It looks so cool, huh? I got Battle Network, I got Golden Sun. Alright, where am I? What is I do?
We must analyze all our clues, Watson.
Ah, yes. We have to analyze all of our clues. I got your art. Yeah, that is right. Big thanks to Teeny for this icon. It's busy being Sherlock Holmes. That's correct. Okay. So, if I recall correctly, we have to pick a clue to follow up on. So, our options are... nope. How do we... Deduction, Knightsbridge, okay. Okay. Do I check the map? What am I doing? Daily report. I think I...
Nothing interesting.
Oh no, I didn't. Do I have to go...
I need...
Oh, I have to do all this stuff over again?
Black... Tooth... The thieves and the... What? I must analyze
I have
the
to
clues.
do all of this over again.
This
That's
fragment
kind
of stone is very... No, I can't. No, I can't do that.
What do I need? Do I need the brush?
No, I can't do that.
No.
No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that.
Okay. Well, the good news is
This-
I can skip through the dialogue. So...
I have cut a small piece off the rope.
I can't...
A lot of these black. I must. This rope. There is something written. No, I can't. Ah, I can. How many hot? If we. Yeah, we must.
Okay.
I must compare. And if I mix this. Now. The sun.
How do you know?
A pit. Watson, bring me your register.
Studying the
Indeed.
I'll get it.
Studying the... Indeed. I'll get it.
General practice. Hospitals and dispensaries in London. I have found my book.
Good. Put it on.
I have the, I should have gone through with the Kraken. Doing like the...
Here is
way
the
Kraken
section
does
showing
dialogue
Whitechapel.
in Day 6.
I made several notations on these pages during our investigation into the Ripper, which might prove all we need to do is to...
Its simplicity. I haven't finished my analysis. I can analyze.
Chemical composition of a substance, you say? Okay. We need... Oh, shoot. 2... 1 and 1, okay. 1, 1, 2. Okay, cool. 2 and 2. Got it. Two and 3. What? Am I not doing this right? Oh, no, it's 3 and 3 here. Okay. 3 and 2. Okay. Alright, I need to reset. Ah, 1. 1. What was the other one? And then 2 greens. Got it. Shriek. Why are you shrieking? Three and 2. Okay. And then 2 and 3. And then 2 blank 1. Two, 3 and 3.
Poison. Poison.
Have you been able to...
Not with any cert.
A chemist.
As you say, please find my monograph.
Monograph. Monograph, monograph, monograph.
And this...
Nope, this is Watson's room. Ah, I can run. Monograph, monograph, monograph. It's almost as fun. What's happening is I have to redo a bunch of the investigation stuff that I had last time. We're in Holmes's homes. Where's...
According to the...
Is he at liberty?
Happily, no.
Then he cannot be...
Don't dismiss him too quickly. I haven't finished my analysis.
What else do I need to do?
I haven't
Ah. Clothes from a pit. Okay, is that correct?
I haven't finished.
No, it's not correct.
Now I can make the
There we
right
go.
decision. I haven't finished.
What else do you need to do? Ah, okay.
The public dispensary,
Yes, Watson.
and he only had to cross.
Alright. Nope, not done here yet. I need to... Deductions. Finger. Bishop went mad. I remember that one because it was dumb.
Perfect. Well done, Watson. They therefore act for... You remember Wiggins and his gang? The Baker Street Irregulars?
Yes, the street.
Yes.
I think he's.
Hello, Mr. Holmes.
Wiggins, my young friend.
Yes, Mr. Holmes, it was...
Very well.
Thanks, Dr. Watson.
Does he live alone?
Yes, but he rents a room for an old lady.
Did she see you?
No, Mr. Holmes. No one saw me.
Here we go.
Yeah, no, I
I'm
get
falling
you.
asleep, Holmes. Aren't you tired?
No, I have an exceptional constitution. I can't remember ever having been fatigued by work. Idleness, on the other hand, exhausts me completely. Go to bed, Watson. The night will be short.
It isn't best Wiggins in this game, but it isn't subpar
Wow,
Wiggins.
this is a real adventure. It's exciting. I like
forgot
it better
about
than
these
made-up
kids.
stories. I want to know what happens next. Keep reading. I'm going to. Ah, I want to listen to. My readers must excuse me if I do not describe in full detail here the terrible images which haunted me that night.
I had a
One
sense
second.
that something extraordinary would take place, but I was scarcely prepared for the reality of it. Good morning, Holmes. Did you get any rest?
I did not attempt to sleep.
Have you managed to come to any conclusions?
I think
Okay.
that we might follow 3 trails.
The poison.
Yes, I have
Holmes, let me remind you.
Ah,
Excuse me. Okay. Ah, thank you. So, now I'm back to where we left the last stream off. And I remember this quite clearly. I need to do a couple of laps around my kitchen table. And then I'm going to leave it up to you guys for a second. We have 3 trails to chase. We have Hans Schielman, the rat killer. We can talk to him about the poison. We have the Whitechapel Street, so we can follow up on the the dispensary and the grave site. Or we have Kensington Gardens, which is where we can follow the bishop's nephew to. So, where should we go? We have to do them all eventually. It doesn't really matter which way we go. Which is why I'm throwing it over to you. You want to talk to Hans Schielman, the rat killer. Okay? Any other votes for Hans Schielman? All those in favor say aye. Okay.
Westgate Prison. Here we are at the famous Westgate Prison, one of the oldest and surest in the kingdom.
I've heard that it is soon going to be demolished. Don't you find it strange that it still houses criminals as dangerous as Hans Schielmann?
There's nothing strange about it, Watson. The name of this prison is linked with numerous failed escape attempts. As long as it stands, the criminals will fear it.
Good morning, gentlemen. Are you expecting?
This is some ominous music.
No, but
for
we
a
wish to
prison
meet with
that
one
isn't
of your prisoners,
currently
Hans
experiencing a
Schielmann.
break.
I'm afraid that at the moment that is impossible. Access to the cells is controlled strictly. You can't go there without permission from the director.
Then would you be so good as to announce us? I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson.
The famous Holmes and Watson. What an honour. My name is Brighton. Frank Brighton. I'm afraid that I can't announce you. I'm not allowed to leave my post, under any circumstances. But I'm sure that the director won't refuse to see you, even without an appointment. Do you see the corridor behind the reception? Follow it to the secretary's office. You'll find him there.
Thank you, Warden Brighton. One last thing. Hans Schielmann received any visits lately?
None. And I'm sure because I've dealt with receiving visitors for several weeks now. I volunteered because it's a calm post to be in. We don't get many visitors and it gives me time to write. Just like you, Dr. Watson. I enjoy literature and the...
Very good. Thank you.
That was very impolite, Holmes. That man admires our work. You could have given him...
Another time. Let's go and meet the director of the prison.
We just cut that poor man off. Just told him to shut up. Low security.
This is the entrance to the ordinary prisoner's cell. There's no
point in going there. Okay, so I guess I didn't go there.
cleaning materials, otherwise known as a broom cupboard. Nothing of interest here.
Holmes, you're such a nerd.
Closed.
Well, I guess I'm not getting in there anyway. What's this? High security level. Hang on. Let me change the... Oh, that's so much better. Alright, high security level.
Leads to the high security area, where the most dangerous prisoners are. Closed.
Of course it wouldn't be that easy.
Sorry, but this area is prohibited without a pass. Please leave.
Oh, alright.
We must see the...
Closed.
Why can I interact with all of the doors if I can't do anything with them?
Closed. Locked. I can feel a draft. This must be the access to the inside yard. Closed.
Duke Nukem 3D design philosophy.
Closed.
I've never played Duke Nukem 3D. Is it any good?
Staff cloakroom. Closed.
I mean, I can understand looking at things.
Let us go to the secretary's office.
Ah, forever.
Let's
is
go
all
to
like
the...
that. Is this the secretary's office? Yes. Yes, it is.
Good morning, miss.
Oh, excuse me, I dropped off. Good morning, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
I am
She
Sherlock
looks
Holmes,
twitchy.
and this is Dr. Watson. We would like to talk to the director.
I'll just go and see if he can receive you.
tiredness, pale face, stiffness, I believe that the young lady is expecting a happy event.
It would seem so.
Watson, did you just say something competent? It's not particularly relevant, but it is competent. He's a useful doctor.
This small rack is for urgent letters.
This charming secretary is Miss Jenny Patterson. Hot tea.
Watson, would you like some tea? No.
The director's office, Mr. P. Patterson. No need to go in there. Strange. The director and the secretary have the same name.
I'm delighted to meet you, Mr. Holmes. I am Paul Patterson, director of this establishment. You wish to talk to me? I hope this unexpected visit isn't to announce bad news.
No, do not worry. We are investigating an affair of the highest importance, one which could potentially affect the security of the kingdom. Therefore, it is imperative that we interview one of your prisoners, Hans Schielmann.
Hans, the rat killer? He's been in here for a
No.
long while now, and he's
That's
had
not
no
it.
contact with the outside. How could he be involved in such an affair?
That is what we would like to find out.
And you have been commissioned by Scotland Yard?
Evidently.
Very well. I have complete confidence in you, Mr. Holmes. I will draw up a pass that you should give to Warden James in the guardroom. He will show you to the cells.
Thank you, Director.
I mean,
Keep me
yes.
informed of your progress. And if there is anything else, don't hesitate to let me know.
We shall certainly do so.
Miss Patterson, you have the same name as the director. Are you related?
Come, Watson. Anyone who might have made the slightest study of anthropology would have noted the similarities between the young lady and her father.
Mr. Holmes is right, I am his daughter, but he doesn't like to talk about it. I think he's afraid of being accused of favoritism.
I'm sure it was your qualities alone which secured you this position, miss.
If you must try out your powers of seduction, then what do you say about using them on the rat killer? Oh, goodbye, miss.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Why can I? Okay. Let's see. So we've got the pass. We can go into the other room now. So yeah, it is
The
in fact
locker room.
nepotism.
This is where...
Closed.
Potentially nepotism. Can I just interact
Staff
with this?
cloak.
I interacted with this earlier. I can't get in there, but
Closed.
wow. Isn't that the? Oh, it's in here.
Sorry,
Honestly,
but
it's
this
a
area
toss-up
is
either.
prohibited.
I have a pass.
Ah, you've got a pass for the high security area. It's the door at the end. Go ahead.
It is about the... It is potassium nitrate, isn't it?
Yes.
Potassium nitrate.
Saltpeter or whatever.
Dude, master, what are some interesting facts about potassium nitrate?
This information board is almost empty. Strange, in view of the activity in the prison.
Ah.
My name is Peter James, Chief Warden, and this is Deputy Warden O'Sullivan.
Peter James.
I imagine I will find
Please
Hans
solve
Schielmann
Peter.
behind these bars in the basement.
Yes, the high security cells are down there.
Is this the only access?
Yes, there was a second door at the end of the main hall, but it's been blocked up as a security measure.
Thank you, Chief Warden.
At your service. If you require further information, Warden Mackenzie will help you. He's at his post in the basement.
Oh.
Mr. Holmes, I am a huge admirer of yours. I have followed all your cases and successes with the greatest interest.
What enthusiasm. Have you ever thought of a career in the police force?
Have I thought about it? It's my dream. And I'm going to try my chance once this establishment closes down. I'm studying hard for the examination to get into police school.
Tell me about the prisoners, Warden James.
We only have a few. As you might be aware, the days of this place are numbered. Therefore, we no longer receive new prisoners. Those who are already here are among the most dangerous in London. We have 3 at the moment. Hans the Rat Killer and the Flint Brothers.
The Flint Brothers?
Yes, 2 rather simple-minded maniacs who detest one another despite their relation. They massacred their parents and decapitated their neighbours. It took more than 9 policemen to overpower them.
Those are some animations they've got, for sure. One of the most animations of all time.
There isn't any information on the notice board. Should there be notes about duties?
Yes, there should be, but Miss Patterson hasn't put up the guards' assignments for this week yet.
Fertilizer bombs.
It's not
Nice.
like her. Usually she does it first thing in the morning. Without these instructions, the guard in the basement won't be changed. I would go and get them, but I don't want the director to catch me there. He's very strict. Doesn't like us wandering around when we're on duty. And it will get his daughter in trouble. He's not being very pleasant with her at the moment. And I don't want to make things worse.
Ooh, a scandal.
How does not having the information about guard duty stop you from ensuring the watch in the basement?
Because of the system of opening the doors, Mr. Holmes. As you can
know what?
see,
That's
they are
fair.
equipped with a mechanical timer which answers to a code. When the timer stops, that is to say at the end of each watch, the doors block automatically and the code is reset. It is therefore impossible to open the doors without the new code.
And who has the code?
Only the guard who takes the new watch. He's the only one who can open the envelope that it's kept in. He learns it by heart and destroys the message.
Very clever. But let's look at the limits of this procedure. One false note, and the system falls apart.
See you later, Mr. Holmes.
I don't know if it's a good idea to be criticizing. Yeah, it's fair that you shouldn't share gunpowder.
These weapons
Secrets
are
with
obviously
me.
ready to use in case of emergency.
No! Never store your guns loaded.
It is the guard's guest book, perhaps for distinguished guests.
Let's go to the high security area, Holmes.
What? That was so weird. I was not doing that. I was not controlling any of that.
This device.
Let's keep looking around. What can we see? Ooh, hello.
I'm glad to have been...
See you later, Mr. Holmes.
No, it wasn't intentional to
The
walk
guards
into
must
Watson.
spend long hours here.
Got decks of cards. Nice. Game of Mahjong. No, that's dominoes? You guys are playing dominoes wrong, I think. I don't think that's how you play. Never seen anyone have this sideways. No, none of that. Never seen sideways dominoes. Look at the ones that are crossing the lines, right? Going the other way in the middle. The sideway ones should be doubles, but one of them is a 2 and a 3. So, you know, I mean, have a look. That's it. That's not how that works. Sorry, not a 2 and a 3, 1 and a 2. It's just they're doing dominoes. Hey guys, did you know you're bad at dominoes?
I'm glad to have been.
See you later, Mr. Holmes.
Bye, nerds.
Here's the famous high-security area.
Warden Mackenzie, at your service, sir.
Good morning, Warden. I have a pass
Warden
which allows me to
Mackenzie.
speak with prisoner Hunts.
Very well. It is the cell at the end to your left. I'd advise you to walk in the middle of the corridor. Warden Mackenzie, at your service, sir.
Oh, nice. You have God rays in a game this old. Very nice. Where does this go? What if I don't walk in the middle of the corridor? Hey, bud.
What do you want? You're a friend of my brother, are you? That dirty rat. I'm going to have his guts for garters.
Don't worry, Teeny. We haven't spoken to him yet. We're just talking. We just talked to the guards.
You've been lucky, little brother. Otherwise, your goose would have been cooked.
That's some voice acting right there that I've never heard before, because the person I watched play this game beforehand never actually managed to talk to these guys. Is there anyone else in any of these cells? No, it's just these two. Right? Here's Jailboy. Now I'm
Hans
talking to
Schielmann,
Jailboy. Now you're
I
missing
require
Jailboy.
some information from you.
Get ready.
So, who do we have here? The celebrated Sherlock Holmes himself. Do you know that for all the time I have spent rotting in here, you are my first and only visitor? I think this is cause for celebration. A confrontation between two geniuses, two extraordinary minds.
I am afraid that you are not quite as great a chemist as you believe you are, Mr. Schielmann. I will not say that you never were. No, it was certainly true once. But you see, while you are whiling away your days in here, it appears that someone on the outside is at the point of surpassing you, if that is not already the case.
Yes, I heard about that. A chemical
He's
poison
not exactly
that
a
eats
king.
away at the flesh and provokes hysteria. I recognize talent when I see it, but it's only a matter of time before I win back my laurels, believe me.
What can you tell me?
That depends on what you can bring to me.
Oh,
What do you want?
Do you know why I am treated so harshly? For my meals, I am given nothing but a hunk of bread. And even then, not just any sort. The...
Get to the point.
Never interrupt me! Where was I? Oh, yes, the bread. Did you know that
quite
with a
annoying.
little rye yeast, a pinch of moss, certain cockroach secretions, just
You're gonna
enough
listen to
light
him
and
talk
damp,
tonight,
with a
right?
few other ingredients that I will keep quiet about, I succeeded in poisoning half the staff here. Unfortunately, a little something was
I'm not
omitted,
skipping his
which would have
dialogue.
made the results fatal. Instead, it merely caused acute attacks of stress and powerful hallucinations. Even so, I got a great laugh out of watching them cry like babies when they saw their most primitive fears materializing before them.
You are a monster, Mr. Schielmann.
Thank you.
It wasn't a compliment.
But of course it was! You others, you ordinary, narrow-minded people, you are afraid of anything that you cannot comprehend. You call me a monster because what you find impossible to face is just the slightest fraction of my genius. If by monster you mean someone who is nothing like you, then it is a compliment.
I do actually, like, it is very silly. His accent is. It's kind of funny.
What do you need?
Very little. Just something to write with. You see, my brain races like an engine with too many thoughts. I see them crackle and explode into thousands of formulae right in front of me. What a torture not to be able to write them down. What a hell to see them vanish just as quickly as they appear to me. Just bring me something that I can write with.
That's all. That seems an easy enough request to fulfill.
But listen, I don't want a vulgar inkwell and a pigeon's feather. No, I need material fit for my talent. I want my ink pen. Bring it to me, and I will be happy to pass on to you a little of my knowledge of modern chemistry.
Where is it?
It was confiscated upon my arrival here. I suppose it might be in my locker, in the locker room. Leave me now, and don't come back without my ink pen.
So, we don't trust this guy, right?
See you soon, Mr. Holmes.
Am I the only one that doesn't trust this guy? I mean, there's absolutely nothing untrustworthy about this guy. Seems legit, yeah.
Warden Mackenzie, at your service.
Warden Mackenzie. Hello. Okay. Well, thanks for your support, Tess. Where am I headed? Where am I going? What is what?
Closed.
Nope. It's, this one.
Closed.
What? 2 cloakrooms. Hey, can I get into the... Can I get into the loot
Miss,
room?
may we borrow the keys to the locker room?
You will need authorization from the director to open that door. If you wait a moment, then I will inform him.
We will wait, thank you.
She sounds so tired. I empathize with her. Wait, we could just walk away?
Hot tea.
Anything new, Mr. Holmes? Is your investigation advancing?
Stands behind him menacingly.
Mr. Holmes, have you been able to get what you wanted from our lodger?
Not yet. We must first cast light upon a crucial point, and for that we require your help again.
What can I do?
We
Give me
need
the
to
keys.
examine Shieldman's civilian clothing.
Very well, but be extremely careful.
What do you mean?
In that madman's compartment, you will find a strange little coded case which refused point blank to open when he was incarcerated. We did try to force it, but without success.
Didn't you ask the experts?
Of course we did. Experts from Scotland Yard came to examine it, but they came to the conclusion that it was better that the case remained shut than tamper with it too much.
I see. They were afraid that some poison or other might escape if it was opened.
Exactly.
I'd be
Bear
afraid
in
of that too.
mind that this man is an evil genius, a master poisoner, and that his poisons are never ordinary.
Soundtrack keeps meowing. I think that's just your cat, dude.
Here's the key to the locker room. I give you the authorization to open it.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Patterson.
Miss Patterson, the guards are still waiting for you to put up the duty list. Do it as soon as possible. Without it, the changing of the guard cannot take place. Or had you forgotten?
Wow. Okay, it's definitely not nepotism.
Dry your tears, miss. I'm certain that your father didn't mean to hurt you.
Mr. Watson, I can't put up the duty list. And when he finds out, he'll be furious.
Why can't you?
It's in my locker, in the cloakroom, and I've lost the key.
Your aunt.
Say no more, Holmes. As you keep repeating, time is against us. Let's go and look at the things in the rat killer's locker.
Okay. Just sending out a couple more go live messages to people.
Staff cloakroom.
Staff, no, not that one. Oh, you could do that. That might be nice. It would be a good way of getting to know some of the people in your server so that I could talk to them and befriend them. That'd be cool. Would you do that for me? I could actually just do that for myself. Should I do it for myself? I could do self-promotion. Okay, I've posted it. Continue server. Maybe we'll get more of yours. Maybe we won't. I don't know. We have Ghosty coming in at some point. Let's see. So that's obviously Shieldman's locker. And that's all we can interact with in this room.
Here is the locker of our friend, Hans, the mad scientist.
The mad rat killer. Okay, let's have a look.
Oh, what a jumble.
What a jumble. Looks more like a crossword. Let's see, let me pull open my stream manager. There we go.
Blotting paper.
Okay.
A paper knife.
Okay.
This solid box must hold...
God damn it. As soon as the catastrophe came to be known, the alarm from mouth to mouth was blown, and the cry rang out on all of the town. Oh, on all over the town. Hang on a sec. Having glasses is such a pain. My eyes are filthy. Alright, and the cry rang out all over the town. Good heavens, the Tay Bridge is blown down. And a passenger train from Edinburgh, which filled all the people's hearts with sorrow, and made for them to turn pale, because none of the passengers were saved to tell the tale. How the disaster happened on the last Sabbath day of 1879, which will be remembered for a very long time. William Topaz McGonagall. does. It's yeah, place. B.
A poem.
Okay.
This.
Okay.
Blotting paper. No, it. Nothing of interest here. Nothing of interest. Nothing of it. Nothing of interest here.
What am I doing here?
Nothing of interest here. Nothing of it. Nothing of.
What am I doing here? What?
No, I can't do. No, I can't. No, I can't do. No, I can't. 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 No, I can't.
I don't know what I'm doing.
Blotting paper. Blotting
Thanks.
paper.
Hello, Ghosty. We decided to go to the prison to visit Mr. Hans Schulman, the rat killer. And I had no idea what I'm doing. I don't understand this puzzle at all. Like, I don't even understand. I don't understand what I'm supposed to be doing here at all. Oh, okay.
There is something in.
Okay. I had to look
There's
that
something
up, 'cause
interesting
I
here.
just couldn't see them. There should be 4 of them.
There is something interesting here.
No. That sucks. I would eat your cooking.
There is something interesting here.
Alright, so we got 4.
This cannot be a simple coincidence.
Alright, so we've got helium, chromium, cadmium, and sulfur? Or bromine? I don't know. H. Haber. Haberkas.
Perfect.
Done it.
What is written on that note, Holmes?
Later, Watson, later.
Oh, that's not suspicious at all. Oh,
We can
man.
give Hans his pen.
So, Ghosty, do you want to catch up? Do you want to catch up on what we've been doing? You haven't missed much. You're still here early. Okay, so we came to Westgate Prison to investigate.
What a bunch of incompetents. Oh, if I was as unprofessional as that, there would be murderers running all over the town.
What's the matter? Are you a patient of Dr. Watson?
Very amusing.
Okay.
I was
in the
going
middle
on
of
about
talking.
the dry cleaners in Westgate Street. They've just delivered my ceremonial uniform in the middle of my duty, when I've told them 1,000 times not to bring it until after 6 in the evening.
A ceremonial uniform? You've been promoted?
No, and that's not about to happen. No, I've been invited to a wedding. I mean, I hope to be. I'm in trouble. If the director sees that I've left my post, I'll be sacked without pay.
Give it to me, Warden Brighton. I'll take care of it for you.
Really? Thanks a lot. Here's the key to the cloakroom and that of my locker. I'm really grateful, Mr. Holmes.
What have you got in mind, Holmes? You're not doing this out of kindness, are you?
No, out of curiosity. We will be able to access the cloakroom with these keys.
Absolutely insane. Alright. Let me, start over. We went to Westgate Prison to talk to Hans Schumann, the Rat Killer, because he makes poisons. And then we talked to the director. We talked to some of the guards who they're fans of Watson's stories. The director's daughter is his secretary. And... Sorry. Getting unrelated text messages. The director's daughter is his secretary and is Prager's. And he is being mean to her. And that's about all we know. Oh, and Schumann has a really bad German accent. And he's very much... Can you get out of... I'm busy running around this hallway. And he is totally not suspicious at all. You'll see. You'll see how incredibly unsuspicious he is.
Closed.
This is the cloakroom key, isn't it? There we go.
Here is Brighton's locker. Here is...
I could pick those locks.
Bicarbonate of soda. Brighton must have an upset stomach, caused by stress, without a doubt. The name on the key is Jenny Patterson. That is interesting.
Ooh.
I need... Bicarb...
Ooh, okay. Hello.
What should we do?
We can give... Miss Pat...
There.
Let us examine Miss Patterson's lock. The lock on this box is rather sophisticated.
Okay.
Incredible. Is Jenny hiding something?
Ooh, okay. Alright. So, one's gotta go here. This has to go here and here. Oh, interesting. Okay. So, no, wait, hold on. This has to go here. This has to go here. No, wait, that's wrong. I'm dumb. There we go. Right, and then this goes here. Yeah, I'm so smart.
It's really very clever. Little Jenny is astonishing.
Little Jenny, you just met her like 20 minutes ago. Watson.
What should we do next, Holmes?
We can give Hans his pen.
You're insane, Watson. Jenny Patterson, Frank Brighton, a single heart with two souls in eternal love. That's so cute.
A locket sealing the relation between Jenny and Warden Brighton. Decidedly, this boy is not a great poet.
Service sheet. Okay. Cool.
Here is the famous...
My Jenny, let's get married. Never mind the consequences. Your father will have to accept the fact that we are in love. Girl, you can do better than a cop. Think about the baby and don't forget that. I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, 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 and I've written you a poem. Jenny Patterson, your heart pounds. Mine weighs a ton. Our love has no bounds. It just goes on and on. I was inspired by the great Chinese poets to write it. Be courageous, my honey bun. You're Frankie.
A letter from Brighton to Jenny. Barely literate.
Apparently, Jenny is carrying Brighton's child, and it seems that Jenny's father, the director, is unaware of this.
That's... Oh. That man's poetry puts Martin K. Blackwood to shame. I'm just saying. Alright. So let's go give the sheet to Jenny.
The lock...
Nope. Here we go. Hey, hey Jenny. I found your thing.
We have found the guard duty cards, miss. If you like, I can go and discreetly give them to the guards.
Oh, thank you. You've got me out of a lot of trouble, Mr. Holmes.
Think nothing of it. Think nothing of it.
What should we do next?
We can give Hunt
hot tea.
The Vogon? Yeah. I don't know, the Vogons would like it. I think you'd be right at home.
For what reason?
The door has locked itself automatically. We must enter a new security code.
Do it, then.
Miss Patterson hasn't put up the guard duty list yet. Without that information, we don't know who's authorised to take note of the new code.
So Mackenzie is locked in the high security zone.
Yes, but don't worry about him. He's trained for this sort of dysfunction.
Why not ask the director to take note of the code and open the door?
He isn't allowed to, and I doubt that he would run the risk of going against the orders of the administration centre. Anyway, the bars in the high security section are joined to the alarm system, which is in that room. We only need to sound it to unblock, but you see, we can't do that now.
We'll try to find the duty list, Warden James.
We have found Chief Warden James's duty list.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Holmes. Let's see. O'Sullivan, it's you who takes over from Mackenzie. Take note of the code, please, and unblock the door.
At once, Chief. Ah, Mr. Holmes, could I ask you for a favour?
Please do.
I think I can say, on behalf of all the staff, that we would be honoured if you would care to write something in our guest book.
With pleasure, O'Sullivan.
That's not your pen.
You seem worn out, O'Sullivan. A good night's sleep would do you good.
A good night's sleep would do me good. You're right, Mr. Holmes.
Is something worrying you?
As you know, Westgate Prison will soon be demolished, and I'm spending most of my nights studying for my exam to join the police. You understand, I have to think about my future. So sleep isn't a priority at the moment.
Scotland Yard is always looking for young, competent, and motivated men. Would a letter of recommendation from me allow you to get some sleep?
What? A letter from Mr. Sherlock Holmes recommending me for Scotland Yard? Are you quite serious?
Completely serious, my young friend. May I use this writing paper? The one on your desk.
1,000 thanks, Mr. Holmes. 1,000 thanks.
It is addressed to Inspector Baines, a good friend of mine. There's no need to remind you that it must be opened only by the person to whom it is addressed.
Yes, of course. I'll give it to him personally. Thank you again, Mr. Holmes. At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I know what's going on here. I have the scalpel open.
Warden Mackenzie, at your service, sir.
Warden Mackenzie. Hey, Ratman.
Well, see you soon, Mr. Holmes.
Oh yeah, this dude's trustworthy.
Well,
you know what? I can't think of a more trustworthy person than this.
You have what you wanted. Your precious pen.
you seem annoyed, Mr. Holmes. I would even go so far as to say terribly worried.
Why should you care, Mr. Shielman? Let's talk about that poison.
I am not talking about you in the grip of natural emotions found in ordinary people who are confronted by the inexplicable. But as for Mr. Holmes, you are embarrassed, aren't you? Are you hiding something?
That is enough, Shielman.
You have kept your word. Therefore, I will keep mine. At this moment, the poison which so interests you isn't finished yet. Its maker is encountering great difficulties in attaining the desired results.
What is the end result?
Now, Mr. Holmes, the end result of any science, as Descartes once said, to become the master and owner of nature. Here we are talking about human nature, of course. And the creator's problem isn't so much the mixture as the durability of his creation.
What do you mean?
You see, this poison was made using rare but very volatile short-living compounds, which means that it is only possible to produce small quantities, which most importantly do not keep for a long time. Conceiving such a product in a laboratory especially built for the purpose could be achieved by any good chemist. But recopying this alchemy on another scale and keeping it ready at any moment, observing the particular conservation and storing conditions that a substance of this type requires, well, that would need a genius. I doubt if the creator of this mixture would be capable.
And you would be, of course.
Of course.
Luckily, you are going to spend the rest of your life in prison.
Luck is cyclical. It always comes around again, sooner or later. As far as I am concerned, I have the feeling that the cycle is going to be very short.
Well,
Holmes, it sounds to me as though this Shielman is implying that an escape attempt will be made.
Yes, we must go and warn the director.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Ah, that's a new dude. We must go and warn the director.
Warden Mackenzie, at your service, sir.
I just wanted to hear your lovely voice again, sir. Thank you very much. Carry on. this way. Rat man about to burrow through walls. Nah, he's gonna do something dumber.
It is out of the question that your bastard is named Patterson. Very well. You refuse to reveal the father to me? Well, then go and join him. I'm not stopping you.
Ooh, drama.
I can't.
Director, you will have to postpone this small family reunion. We believe that a serious scheme is afoot. We must act without delay.
You're not thinking of...
Yes. Shielman's words leave no room for doubt. It seems that he is planning an escape attempt. We strongly advise you to search his cell.
Do you really believe that he's hiding something? Because I must make an official report and have a legitimate reason for doing a search.
Director, if this prison is still in operation, it is solely because of its reputation. Think of the consequences of an escape. It would be closed at once. And what post do you imagine would be offered to the person deemed responsible?
You're right. No one will escape from Westgate under Patterson. I will order an immediate search of Mr. Shielman's cell.
Chief Warden James reporting. The search of prisoner Hans Shielman's cell has been carried out. No suspicious items were found.
Thank you, Chief James. I feel better now. Without wishing to offend you, Mr. Holmes, I am glad that you were mistaken.
I'm greatly
If
offended.
I'm not mistaken, we've nothing more to do here. Shall we go, Holmes?
There's just one more thing for me to see, Watson.
What's that?
Mr. Holmes, sorry to interrupt you, but Miss Jenny wishes
You're
to
closer.
see you alone. She's waiting for you in her office.
This, Watson.
How did you know?
Wait for me in the guard's room. I won't be long.
What an extraordinary gentleman that Sherlock Holmes is. You must have had lots of adventures with him.
Oh, yes, dozens.
Thought he was infallible, but there wasn't anything out of the way in the rat killer's cell. Could he have been mistaken?
I must admit...
Warden Brighton, in my office immediately. That's an order.
The director seems furious.
Yes. It must be important for him to order Brighton to leave his post.
I wouldn't want to be in his shoes.
Did you hear that?
Yes, that's not normal. I've never heard Finch shout like that.
You think?
Why doesn't O'Sullivan sound the alarm?
Follow me, Mackenzie. Let's go and have a look.
I'll come with you.
No, Dr. Watson, you're not allowed in. Wait for me here.
Very well.
Hey, but... the grill is blocked, Chief.
We've been locked in. And that smoke, it's coming from below. O'Sullivan! Can you hear us?
Sully, are you alive? Answer us, Sully.
What's going on? Can I help you?
Sound the alarm in the guard's room. That should unblock the door. Be quick. O'Sullivan might be in danger.
I just imagine that down there is Sullivan from No Rules Barred. Sully!
I must sound the... It doesn't work.
Doesn't work. What do I need to do to sound the alarm? Oh
The
no!
door is locked, and I can hear shouting and crying. We're in the middle of some family drama, so there's no chance of them hearing me.
Oh dear. Family drama.
I must sound the alarm.
What do I need to do?
There is nothing interesting here.
I think there's plenty interesting.
There is
How do I sound the alarm?
locked.
Why are you... Watson, what are you doing? Watson?
O'Sullivan, can you hear me? O'Sullivan, answer me.
Yes, I'm here. Quick, get me out of here. The Flints have escaped, and they are fighting like dogs. Help!
It's a catastrophe.
Watson. Watson. You're not seriously fooled by that, are you? Watson.
Yes, I'm here. Quick, get me out of here.
Watson. Ghosty.
Yes, I'm here. Quick, get me out of here. The Flints have escaped, and they are fighting like dogs. Help!
Oh, Sullivan. Are you okay? Watson totally just got fooled by that.
It doesn't.
It doesn't work. What do I need to do? Yeah, he just buys that.
There is
Watson.
I must sound the alarm.
Watson. Where's the alarm? There's no alarm for you to sound. It's broken.
Locked.
What do I do?
Locked.
Okay, what do I actually do though? Launch the alarm. Oh. He gave me some keys. Did he give me some keys? No, I gotta talk to him again. Jeez. Really?
Locked.
Hey, what are you waiting for to sound the alarm, Doctor?
It's impossible. It's been damaged. I'll run and warn the director.
No, Doctor. Our priority is to save O'Sullivan. Go ahead through the visitors' corridor and see if he answers your call.
Very well.
Take the keys. They're in our room.
Answered my call. Alright, give me your keys. Keys. He's already dead, Watson. He's already dead.
It doesn't.
Useless. This door is blocked by the timer. I've got the keys, Doctor. Thank you.
Follow me, Watson. We must repair the alarm.
Finally. There you are, Holmes.
Ah, we shouldn't have trusted him. He had the least trustworthy German accent.
I'm going to turn on the system. Watson, you make sure of the contact.
I hope that this isn't dangerous.
What? I had to play Frogger.
Perfect.
It's open. Let's go down.
Be careful. From what your colleague said, the Flints are out.
We are trained for this sort of situation. And we're armed.
Come and help us, Watson.
You store rifles in a loaded position, though, so I don't know how smart you guys can be.
Everything is back to normal. Thank you for your help, gentlemen.
It was a pleasure.
But where is O'Sullivan?
He's no longer here. He must have gone out through the visitor's entrance.
Yes, and he must be pleased to have gotten out of the basement.
Good. We must now check all the cells. It's the procedure in case of an alarm.
We'll come and help you.
You are evidently fond of wasting time, my dear fellow. Rejoin me at the reception when you've finished.
Holmes? Why do you look evil? Oh, that dude's seen better days.
The grate is open. This is alarming.
Alarm!
He's fine where he is, under the cover, still.
How can he sleep with all this noise?
I'll admit it's not normal. Perhaps the smoke has poisoned him. I had better take a look.
Be careful, Doctor. He is dangerous.
O'Sullivan!
It's impossible.
O'Sullivan.
He was with us only a few moments ago. Or else...
Or else it wasn't O'Sullivan.
My God.
You think?
He's escaped. The rat killer has escaped.
Okay. Oh no. Holmes. Director.
The door is locked, and I can hear shouting and crying. We're in the middle of some family drama, so there's no chance of them hearing me.
I think the voice acting for that was just...
I must... walk...
Holmes! I must warn
Holmes, there you are. Hans has escaped. I fear that this inquiry is a bitter defeat for us.
Not at all, my dear fellow. Quite the contrary. Follow me.
Why the devil have you brought me behind the prison?
We have an appointment, Watson.
What should we do next, Holmes?
I want to leave. I want to leave. I want to go home to Baker Street and I will take a nap.
Look who is waiting for us.
Shieldman! I'll go back and alert the guards.
Calm down. He's harmless.
But what is he doing here? Why hasn't he run away?
Because I asked him not to.
Are you telling me that you helped him to escape?
Quite so, as he wouldn't have been able to do so alone.
But how? And why? He's a dangerous madman. Holmes, you've made me an accomplice in this escape. You owe me some explanation.
And you will have them. But my priority for the moment is to remove our new friend to a safe place. I won't be long, but I must go alone. I'll rejoin you later. Just give me your next destination.
Very well. I suppose you know what you're doing.
How could you doubt it? Here, take the notes. They will help you when you write up the account of our visit to Westgate. So, where do I find you?
Alright, where are we going next? I'll read the notes after. Do we follow the bishop's nephew or the scalpel? Whitechapel.
The next step of our investigation should take place in the Whitechapel area.
Good. Go then, and I'll rejoin you there.
Okay. Lots of reading. Do you remember the Bishop of Knightsbridge? He had a nephew that he was fighting with, and we tracked down the nephew. Alright. It's time to get into some interesting things. And then we take a break. Holmes's notes regarding the way that he helped Hans Schielman escape from prison are so extraordinary that I feel it would be better to transcribe word for word the conversation that we had afterwards regarding the matter. I felt the impatience in my friend's look. However, he delayed relaying me the details of his incredible achievement. He began by telling me about Hans Schielman's fountain pen. This is what he said. The key to the escape was actually Hans Schielman's fountain pen. I discovered a note inside Schielman's locker. I can quote it to you from memory. Excuse me. Whoever is smart enough to open this case should know that a couple drops of my masterpiece are mixed together with the ink inside this pen's reservoir. If you are reading this note, then it means that I am in a tight spot, so understand that my special ink will temporarily destroy the will of anyone it touches. I'm not reading it in his voice. I don't want to do that. I already have a hard time breathing in the evenings because of, genetics, I guess. Will temporarily destroy the will of anyone it touches. Therefore, you have a few precious seconds during which you can shape the subject's will. If you recognize my genius, use this knowledge to get me out of the embarrassing situation that I'm undoubtedly in. Schielman had left this instrument for his future escape inside a case secured by a devious combination. That way, he could ensure that none of the prison staff would find it, other than a well-informed friend. Understanding this, I decided to play along with him, but with a double game of my own. I would help him to escape, but I would also keep him under control by using his own creation on him. I allowed Schielman to commence the game by giving him his pen, and then I started to advance my pawns. My first move was to persuade the director that it was necessary to search the cell. Therefore, I passed the ball into Schielman's court by giving him the opportunity with Warden James. He did not waste it. He coated the bars of his cell with the poison ink, and Warden James, whose hands were contaminated, was under his control for a few seconds. He discreetly and quite simply ordered James to give him the keys. The ball was then back in my court. Now I had to find a way of neutralizing Warden O'Sullivan, who was to be the basement guard, as we discovered when we found Miss Patterson's duty sheet. I must admit that the young warden helped me enormously by asking to sign the prison's visitor's book. I can talk. Shut up. Absorbed in the tale, I went over the chronology of the events in my mind, and remarked that Holmes had already signed the visitor's book before giving Schielman his pen. He replied in the most annoyed tone, "Exactly. I anticipated it. And it was because I managed to get a step ahead in my game with Schielman. And it was because of that I managed to get a step ahead with my game with Schielman. I was leading the race, and all the while he believed it to be the other way around. Schielman did not suspect that I had already used his poison, and thought that O'Sullivan's being asleep was a godsend. He therefore was not suspicious about the letter of reference that he found inside the warden's pocket. Holmes then returned to the point at which he had broken from his tale, to point out to me the lack of pertinence to my remark. Hello? Why is there not more? The lack of pertinence to my remark. Ah, here we go. But do not put the cart before the horse, Watson. Do let me continue. So, by merely touching the fresh ink upon the page of the visitor's book, O'Sullivan was under my control. I suggested a state of advanced drowsiness, but ordered him not to do anything immediately, just sufficient for him to be unable to resist a siesta during his guard duty. Later, after the changing of the guard, Schielman used the keys to let himself out of the cell. He hit sleeping O'Sullivan over the head and exchanged his prison uniform for the warden's. Then he created a smoke screen by using the ingredients I had given to him: sugar from Miss Patterson's tea tray, Brighton's bicarbonate of soda, and potassium nitrate from the guard's room, and sulfur from a few matches. Oh, So all those things that we saw over the course of looking at things came into play. He used the keys again to free the Flint brothers, and the two ruffians left at each other's throats and made a very dickens of a noise. He had the diversion that he needed. Excuse me. He had the diversion that he needed to leave the high security area, and it is the moment where you enter the game, Watson. Yeah. And it is the moment where you enter the game, Watson. Thinking that you were helping O'Sullivan, you allowed Hans Shielman to open the corridor annex's bars by throwing him the keys. On my side, I opened the second lock by turning the alarm on again. In light of Holmes's explanation, I began to see my actions during this episode from quite another angle. I was troubled by the way that he had used me without my having any idea at the time of the duplicity of my actions. I interrupted his monologue to refer to the guards who had not realized what was happening, and who were occupied with restraining the Flint brothers. Holmes continued, "Exactly. So there was only one obstacle in front of Sheila. Warden Brighton, at the reception desk at the front of the building." I interrupted him again. "But it was the director who summoned him so insistently, Holmes. You won't have me believe that he was an accomplice in this escape?" "Of course not. I provoked the director's rage towards Brighton. Too impatient, I could not stop myself from asking how. I discovered that Jenny Patterson and Brighton were lovers. I also knew that the director did not have any idea about their affair, and that he would surely fall into a foul rage if he found out. I asked him if that was also the reason why Miss Patterson had been summoned. Yes, she knew that I had opened her locker to find the guard duty list, and so she knew that I was aware of her affair with Brighton. She wanted to make sure that I would not say anything. I pointed out that it had been rather unfeeling on his part to have told the director everything, reminding him of his promise to the young woman. He denied it in a somewhat hypocritical manner. I did not say anything. I simply left the lovers' letters inside the urgent correspondence box in the secretary's office, knowing that they would be delivered to him a few minutes later, thereby provoking his anger." The director shouted at Brighton, who rushed off to the secretary's office. Shielman now had nothing to stand between him and the door. Another question leapt to my mind, and not the least important one. Why did he not simply run away once he was outside? Why did he wait? I was not disappointed by my friend's answer. "It is evident, my dear Watson, that if he did not run away, then it was only thanks to the aforementioned step ahead of which I told you. It gave me enough time to write the letter of recommendation for O'Sullivan with the poisoned pen. It was in the pocket of the uniform, and Shielman could not resist reading it when he found it. But what was written in the letter? Not very much. Just, 'Congratulations on your escape. Wait for me here.' And that is how the first and only escape from the most inviolable prison in the kingdom came to pass. A scenario which, without doubt, will prove to be the focus of the police college studies for a long time to come, as one of the most extraordinary escapes in the history of modern prison." I will put it the way that Dodger put it. It's a very clever heist. A very clever heist for involving a mind control potion.
Here we are in the heart of Whitechapel. Keep an eye on your wallet, Holmes. This area is the highest for pickpockets in all of the kingdom.
Wow.
Don't worry about my wallet, Watson. It would be easier to move Big Ben than to steal from me.
Or to borrow a shilling from you.
Amusing, Watson. Really very amusing. Can we move on to more serious matters?
I'm listening, Holmes.
What happened? It crashed. Oh. Okay.
Look who is waiting for us.
Shielman! I'll go back and alert the guards.
Calm down. He's harmless. Because
Are you
quite
but
and
very The next step.
good. Go.
Alright. Let's just hope it doesn't crash again.
Here we are in the heart of Whitechapel. Keep an eye on your wallet, Holmes. This area is the highest for pickpockets in all of the kingdom.
Don't worry
Yeah,
about my
yeah,
wallet,
yeah.
Watson. It would be easier to move Big Ben than to steal from me.
Or to borrow a shilling from you.
Amusing, Watson. Really very amusing. Can we move on to more serious matters?
I'm listening, Holmes.
Well. That's not good. I suppose now would be a good time for a break then. I will attempt to figure out the issue, get water, and I suppose if I'll have a think about what to do if I can't get this fixed, because this is quite bad. All right, I'll be right back.